What if I told you that everything you know, this Earth, the stars, time itself, might be trapped inside a black hole? Not orbiting one, not near one, but inside one. That's right. Scientists are now entertaining the idea that our entire universe could be the interior of a cosmic prison, sealed behind an event horizon we'll never cross. It's one of the strangest, most mind-bending possibilities in modern physics. And yet, the math checks out. The evidence is stacking up. And if it's true, then maybe, just maybe, this is more than a scientific mystery. Maybe it's a message, a design, a warning. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Mysterious Universe, where science meets wonder, and the cosmos becomes a canvas of questions we're brave enough to ask. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a moment of discovery. And if today's topic blows your mind or stirs your soul, leave us a comment down below. We read them all. Today's episode isn't just about black holes. It's about our place in the universe. It's about the boundary between science and something greater. Because for centuries, humanity has looked up to the heavens and asked, why are we here? Who put us here? And what lies beyond the stars? But what if the real question is, where are we? Recent research into cosmic rotation, event horizons, and general relativity has led some scientists to a radical conclusion. The universe, in its vastness and complexity, mirrors the structure of a black hole. Same density, same curvature of space-time, even the same kinds of boundaries that trap light. It makes you wonder, if our universe is structured like a black hole, then who or what built it that way? Is this part of a greater creation? A divine architecture set in motion by a mind beyond comprehension? In the next few minutes, we're going to explore that possibility, through physics, through space, and through faith. Because maybe the Creator didn't just paint the stars in the sky, maybe He hid us in one for a reason. Let's begin. Imagine standing at the edge of a cosmic cliff, where time slows, light bends, and the laws of physics begin to whisper secrets they don't share on Earth. That's what a black hole is. Not just a place in space, but a doorway into the unknown. Now, most of us think of black holes as monstrous voids out there, far from Earth. But what if they're not out there at all? What if we're already inside one? It sounds like science fiction, but scientists are taking this idea seriously. The mass of our universe, the way light behaves at the farthest edges, even the cosmic microwave background radiation, all of it aligns suspiciously well with what you'd expect if the entire universe were the interior of a massive black hole. Let that settle for a moment. That the stars, the galaxies, the empty space between them, all could exist inside a gravitational shell, sealed by a barrier we call the event horizon. And here's where it gets even stranger. That event horizon? It works like a one-way mirror. We can't see beyond it. Nothing can escape from inside it. It's as if the universe was designed to keep something in, or perhaps to keep something out. Is that just a cosmic coincidence? Or is it the fingerprint of something greater? Because if this is a prison, then who built the walls? Drop a comment below. Do you think the universe was designed, or did it emerge by chance? Your thoughts could inspire someone else on their own cosmic journey. And don't go anywhere. Next, we'll look at the math behind this mystery, and how it eerily mirrors the equations behind black hole formation. Let's talk numbers. Not just any numbers, but the kind that describe the shape of the universe itself. When you calculate the average density of all matter in our observable universe, stars, gas, dark matter, everything, and compare it to the mass needed to form a black hole of our universe's size, you get a match. That's right. The math says we're exactly dense enough to form a black hole of the size of the observable universe. That's not theory. That's raw, unfiltered data. Now ask yourself, how is that possible? The idea goes back to Einstein's theory of general relativity. It tells us that massive objects curve space-time. A black hole curves it so much that space literally folds inward. And guess what? The equations that describe a black hole's curvature also describe the observable shape of our universe. Is this accidental? Or are we inside a massive spinning construct built on the same principles as a black hole? Here's where it becomes spiritual. In the book of Genesis, it says, "God created the heavens and the earth, and separated the light from the darkness." That separation of light from darkness is exactly what a black hole does. Beyond its event horizon, light cannot escape, but within, existence still unfolds. What if the event horizon isn't just a scientific boundary, but a spiritual veil? What if God sealed this universe inside His own design, separating us from something we're not ready to see? If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments. Do you see design in the universe, or just random chaos? Up next, scientists have found something even stranger, a twist in the very spin of the universe, hinting that our cosmic home may have a direction, a purpose, even a beginning. For centuries, we believed the universe was still, silent, and symmetrical. But recent studies have cracked that illusion wide open. Astronomers, peering deep into space, began noticing something strange about spiral galaxies. Their spin wasn't random. Out of hundreds observed from different corners of the sky, 2/3 rotated in the opposite direction of our own Milky Way. That's a statistically massive imbalance. If galaxies formed from chaotic, random clouds of gas, their spins should cancel each other out, half going one way, half the other. But they don't. This hints at something profound. Our universe may be rotating. Now, that might not sound like a big deal, but rotation means momentum, and momentum needs a cause. You don't get spin without force. And in the void of nothingness before the Big Bang, what exactly could have caused this cosmic twirl? The Bible speaks of the Spirit of God hovering over the waters before creation, a movement before matter, a whisper before the Word. Could this ancient verse be pointing to the same truth modern astrophysics is only now beginning to see? Some scientists now theorize that this rotation could be a remnant of what formed us, a swirl from another universe, or the spin of a larger black hole that we reside within. Think about it. The only two things a black hole preserves are mass and angular momentum. That's spin. So if our universe is inside one, and we're spinning, then we carry the imprint of something greater, a parent reality, a creator's touch. Let's pause right here. What do you think set the universe in motion? Was it science, fate, or the hand of God? Drop a comment. Your voice matters in this exploration. And stay tuned, because in the next segment, we'll dive into how something as simple as a collapsing cloud of gas could be the secret to everything from spinning stars to the birth of galaxies, and even to your own heartbeat. Let's imagine a vast cloud of gas in deep space, cold, quiet, drifting for eons. Now imagine one spark, one gravitational nudge, pulling it inward. As this gas cloud collapses, it begins to spin, and not just a little. It speeds up like a figure skater pulling in their arms, spinning faster and faster. It's a beautiful law of physics called the conservation of angular momentum. But here's the catch. Even the tiniest rotation in that original gas cloud becomes enormous once it shrinks. And that's exactly how stars form. Planets, solar systems, galaxies. Rotation isn't just a byproduct, it's essential. Without spin, planets wouldn't orbit. Suns wouldn't shine. Even atoms rely on spin at the quantum level. So again, where did that first motion come from? It's like walking into a room and seeing 1,000 tops already spinning, but no one there to start them. This is the mystery science still wrestles with. Motion needs origin, order needs intention, and chaos doesn't birth symmetry without help. In the Gospel of John it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." That word, spoken into the void, could that be the first vibration, the first tremor, the first twist in space-time? Perhaps the word wasn't just metaphor. Perhaps it was motion itself, the divine spin that set everything into dance. From clouds to stars, from galaxies to galaxies, from the edge of the universe to the beating rhythm in your chest. Motion connects it all. Isn't that remarkable? Let me ask you this. Do you feel that same motion in your soul, that pull toward something greater? Comment below. What keeps you spinning in the chaos? Next, we return to the black hole theory and ask the daring question. If we're inside one, what lies beyond the event horizon? Let's take a bold leap into one of the most mind-bending theories in modern astrophysics. What if our entire universe exists inside a black hole? This isn't just science fiction. It's a genuine hypothesis built on Einstein's equations. In a black hole, gravity is so intense that space and time bend inward. At the core lies a singularity, where known physics breaks down. But here's the twist. Some researchers believe that on the other side of that singularity, a whole new space-time might open up. A new universe, a new beginning. Imagine this. Something once collapsed in another cosmos, spinning and swirling, until it crossed its own event horizon. And in that violent collapse, our universe was born. It's not just a poetic metaphor. Mathematically, if you run the equations of general relativity inside a rotating black hole, it spits out a new space-time, a cosmic rebirth. And maybe, just maybe, that's us. Think about the implications. The Big Bang might not be the ultimate beginning, but a continuation. A ripple in a larger fabric. And if that's true, we're not isolated. We're part of something bigger, a multiverse, a lineage of creation. But even deeper, if only mass and angular momentum pass through a black hole, and our universe still carries that rotation, then the parent universe passed it down, like DNA. So here's the spiritual question. Could that parent, that origin, be God himself? Genesis says, "Let there be light." And from singularity to starlight, from the depths of gravitational collapse to galaxies spinning across the heavens, we've been watching that light unfold ever since. Maybe we're not lost in the cosmos. Maybe we're exactly where we were meant to be. If that stirs something in you, leave a comment. How do you make sense of where we come from? But don't go anywhere. In our final segment, we'll explore how this theory ties into real observations of galactic motion and why it could be the key to unlocking the divine blueprint. Rotation, it's everywhere. Galaxies don't just drift, they spiral. Stars don't sit still, they spin. Even black holes churn endlessly at the edge of known reality. So what if that rotation isn't just leftover chaos, but the fingerprint of intelligent design? A recent study looked at hundreds of spiral galaxies, not just randomly, but from opposite poles of our galaxy's plane, above and below. The result? An unmistakable imbalance. Nearly 2/3 of them spin in the opposite direction from the Milky Way. That's not what you'd expect from random chance. It suggests something set them spinning, something unified. And here's where it gets wild. If the universe shows a net spin, and we are inside a black hole, then that rotation was inherited. Because in physics, black holes preserve mass and angular momentum, nothing else. Everything else is obliterated. So what made that parent black hole spin? A collapsing universe? Another Big Bang? Or was it a divine spark, carefully tuning a reality meant to sustain stars, planets, and the miracle of life? The Book of Job asks, Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Maybe now, for the first time, we're beginning to glimpse that foundation, not just in sacred text, but written across the sky. Science doesn't cancel God. In many ways, it whispers his name in numbers, patterns, and the cosmic dance of creation. And the deeper we look, through telescopes, through equations, through light years of mystery, the more it all feels too perfect to be by accident. If you've ever felt small under a night sky, you're not alone. But maybe that smallness is the beginning of wonder, and wonder is the doorway to faith. So what do you think? Could spin be the evidence we've been waiting for? Tell us in the comments. And stay with us, because in the final conclusion, we'll bring all of this together. The leaks in the ISS, the discoveries from Webb, and the mysterious harmony that might prove we're part of something eternal. So, what does it all mean? If our universe truly exists within a black hole, if we're floating inside the very heart of something born from another cosmic explosion, then everything we think we know is just the surface. The galaxies, the stars, the light we see, might all be the swirling aftermath of something far more ancient. Something with purpose. Something guided. Science may call it rotation, angular momentum, or cosmic density. But what if it's design? What if this swirling, expanding, breathtakingly complex universe isn't just a random accident, but the whisper of a creator who sculpted time and space with divine intention? What if the edge of that black hole, that so-called event horizon, is not the end, but the veil between the physical and the spiritual? Between what we can measure and what we're meant to believe? Think about it. The further we look into the cosmos, the more it resembles the fingerprint of something, someone, greater. A power who orchestrates galaxies like brushstrokes. A God who speaks through gravity, silence, and the slow dance of stars. Maybe the real mystery isn't whether we're inside a black hole. Maybe the question is, why are we here? And that brings us back to you. Watching this video, pondering the origin of everything. What if this curiosity, this hunger to understand, is part of your own spiritual calling? Maybe you were made to question, to wonder, to seek, and maybe, just maybe, the answers begin not in equations, but in the quiet prayer. God, show me who you are. If today's journey into deep space stirred something in you, if it made you pause, think, or even feel a little closer to the edge of something divine, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Share your thoughts, your theories, even your doubts. We're building a community here, one of wonder, reflection, and faith. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a moment in the mysterious universe we call home. Because the truth is out there, and maybe, so is God.